Hello everyone, my name is Ta Yong Huang. Today I'm going to show the result of my project. This is my agenda of my project. First, I will introduce the design that I choose. Second, I will show the CNC results. Third, I will show the result of each stage in present route. Next, I will present the issue that I met, and final, I will shows what I will do next. The design I use is Ethernet IP Core Mac. I found the design in OpenCore. You can see the link below. The Ethernet Mac is a sublevel within the data link layer of the OSI reference model, and the Mac is the portion of Ethernet core that handle the CSMA CD protocol for the transmission and reception of frame. I'll use this design and start from the synthesis stage. To complete the synthesis stage, I want to add the switchable domain on it. So I add the power control module in this design and make Ethernet Mac top module as top power domain, and the rest of modules such as wishbone and register and some like of this in the core power domain. This design do not include any timing constraint, so I created an SDT file. First, I found all the CLK keyword related ports in this design, and this design only has three related keyword port. So I create a clock for each port, and the period in synthesis is I set to 7. The synthesis result shows that I can do this without any timing violation, and for each clock, and the leaf cell count is and buffer count is shown right here, and the area is around 40,000,000 and the net length is around 600,000. Next, I will use this netlist into the PNR stage. First, to create a floor plan, I use 650 multiplied by 650 times 650 as the initial floor plan for this design. Because most of the cell in the core is in the core voltage area, so I create a big core voltage area. I also use pin guide and set individual pin constraint to make sure the pin is be placed. The port is be placed in the bottom of my floor plan. I will create a ring in the mesh, ring of the mesh, in the power mesh. So I don't want any steel placed under the ring mesh. So I create 4 placement blockages to prevent that. Also, I create a routing blockage to prevent the mesh will not impact the routing resource of the port. After that, I use connect power switch command to connect the power switch. It shows in here. Then I create a mesh. After I run route and check LVS, I found there's an open in check LVS, so to fix the open, I will need to make all the header cell be covered by the VDD M4 stripe. And to prevent the M1 short that I found after insert the field cell, I add the M1 standard cell rail in it. And the IR result shows that I can have 12 on VDD and 91 on ESS. This slide give the IR drop map of VDD and VSS net. To have a better evolution, I colored all the module in this design. This is the result of after place up. And after running the place up, I found that I have a lot of timing margins, so I reduced the period from 7 to 2 in my STC file. After that, I rerun the place up again. I found the spec can be around 900 megahertz, and utilization is 43, and the contrition map and the cell density map shows that the condition is quite good. After that, I run the clock train synthesis. After the clock synthesis stage, the spec is goes to 790 megahertz, and the utilization increase a little bit, and I get a whole violation, which I will fix the whole violation in the next stage, and condition map increase, and condition map is increased a little bit. So this is the clock tree QR result. The result shows that the level of my clock tree is like 38 level. The global skew is I think the global skew is acceptable, so I will use this in next stage. I used the clock up to fix whole violation. The condition increased to 1.53 percent, and to check this is routable, design routable, I will use this to next stage, route stage. After routing this design, I don't have any DRC. The only violation that I get is the voltage area, which I believe is self-constrained after I check in ICC2. After route, I still have a whole violation, so I will use route up and try to fix it. Before the route stage, I insert the spare cell. I add spare cell in each module. I add spare cell in top level module, and like I add spare cell in each module, which is listed right here. After add the spare cell, I also add tie cell to tie the spares. The most important stage is to run the connect page net. If you miss this command, the route command will not run successfully. I also want the tool to fix antenna violation, so I add the antenna row in this stage. After rolled up, I can fix all the hold time violation and without any DRC. So I will use this to go on for in the chip finish stage. In the chip finish step, I insert the field cell for each voltage area, as shows in here. This command I used. I also checked the IR result. However, the result is not good. The max IR drop for the VDD net is up to increase to 700. I also run the check DRC and check LVS in this design. The result shows DRC is clean. However, the LVS has open on VDD core, which I'm still debug on it. This slide lists the issue that I met while I doing my final project. First, the cell is placed under the ring mesh, which causes DRC. I add a placement blockage under the ring. Second, the DRC violation near the M4 port, and so I add M1 to M4 blockage before create power mesh and remove after it. Third, the VS check shows that VDD VS is open. After debugging, I found there's no VDD stripe under the header cell, and so I adjust the VDD and VS stripe on it. The fourth issue is the ICC2 check MV command will have MV error if I'm using retention shell in the synthesis, so I don't use the retention shell in synthesis stage. Fifth, loss of short after insert the spare cell. So I insert the spare cell before the raw stage and add connect pitch net after insert the spare cell. The sixth is the dynamic power is negative, which I think is I don't have a toggle file on it. What to do next? I will complete hierarchical floor and try to fix VDD core open and check LVS. And I will increase the utilization to 50 and try to fix IR drop, which increased to 700 in final stage. Thank you.